Welcome to the DNA Sportscast with Aiden and
Daniel.
slow.
Slow start this morning, man.
He's had his coffee and it's already wearing off.
Yeah, nah, 100%, bro. It's always minimum 4 shots before I do anything. So yeah, can't help it.
That's
Anyway.
alright, mate. I forgive you. It's okay. Alright, so it is currently Thursday. I think this is going to go up probably Friday.
Yeah, hopefully
I think
it gets all rendered and stuff.
I think we'll probably be ready tomorrow. Yeah,
that'll be fine. So let's kick things off.
Yeah.
Let's kick
So
things off.
let's kick it off straight away with a huge game.
I already sense he's going in the wrong direction, but go
Chelsea
on.
Palace.
Well, after this morning.
Yeah.
Nah. Anyway.
So Manchester derby. He's not happy.
No, of course I'm not. Which
Alright.
Manchester United supporter would be happy? I don't know. After seeing those efforts from the boys, I don't know.
I think it's time for your rant to take place.
I don't want to rant because
Give us something.
Look, I'm just beyond ranting. I honestly beyond ranting. No, it's part of the process. I understand that, but dude, what I saw in that first 45, oh man, it was horrendous. It was
just training ground routine.
It was shocking. Like, I can't explain like the disappointment I felt. I'm like, it's just a big roller coaster. It's just, in essence, how we're performing is just how it's been at the club for so many years now. So up and down and thinking we've got it right 1 second and then getting just proven wrong the next, So there were some good things to take out of that game. There definitely were. I think
It's a good attitude to have.
it's the only attitude I can have, mate. It's the only attitude I have these days. I just have to take the good out of games, and that's why I'm never deceived by any good result. Like the Arsenal win, it was a good win. Don't get me wrong, but it gave me no more confidence than a loss would have leading up to a City game. I just think that they are in another world almost in terms of their performance and their consistency. And like with Liverpool falling off now, I'm not gonna say falling off. They're
Struggling.
They're on the ropes a little.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say even on the ropes. They're deep into the rounds and they're struggling a bit. They'll find a way back, but we're not even. We can't even laugh about that, even as United, Chelsea supporters.
Yeah.
We can't even laugh about that because of what we're...
We're struggling as well.
So, at the end of the day, Braut is an unbelievable player, and he just showcased his talents, and Foden as well. Foden has always been I've always thought he was very, very good, like, even from the onset when he broke through the team how many years ago now, like, what, 2019, 18?
Yeah.
But look, United have some ways to go, and I think the major talking point was why Ronaldo didn't come on in that game. I think we saw why Anthony Martial, came on because
scored a few poachers goals.
Sorry, bro, too many Anthony's Antonios.
Yeah, there is.
Anyway.
But scored a little tap-in deflection thing and then a penalty, but goal's a goal.
Yeah, you've got to be happy with the the good things that came out of the game. You can't downsize it just because of the result. We're still in the process of elimination, let's say, in terms of the starting 11 that ultimately will be starting consistently every week.
But why is McTominay starting over Casemiro is what I want to know.
That's an answer we're only gonna really get out of Eric's head. I don't know.
That big bald head of his.
I don't know, man. I think he's rewarding Scott for whatever he brings to the squad, but I honestly thought he would not be starting again after the season how the season started.
Yeah. Who thought you'd see Ronaldo and Casemiro sitting on the bench for United while they're losing 4-0?
Yeah, with their faces in their hands, like it's just like.
Other things missing is fucking Varane finally got the starting spot.
Got smashed.
Took him a while, but
smashed though, man. But he ended up picking something up. So it's just Lindelof had to come on, and it looks like I fear to say it, but Maguire's going to be starting soon, which is just another obstacle we have to go around now. I'm just going to be realist about it. This is an obstacle. Like I don't think
he is an obstacle. Fridge.
People just skip over him when he falls to the ground, like trying to intercept the ball that he just lost his anticipation. You just see it. He just lost all his confidence, and it's just like he just looks like a big old semi-trailer. You know? Yeah. I ripped into him last time, but I don't think I had much to. I don't think I have much to add, Your Honour. Like, there's nothing he can do to change my mind. England and him are going to that World Cup, and they're done. They're not going to do anything. I just don't think that England squad's going to do anything. A miracle will have to come about for them in order to do that.
We'll do a World Cup preview soon, where we'll talk more about the World Cup. But real quick, who wins? Give me a winner. Just give me a winner.
I want to start off by saying not France, but I think Germany. Germany. Yeah.
I'm going to be rooting for Brazil.
But they always look like they're always going to be threats going into that competition.
It's not so much. I do think they could win, but I'm going to be going for them. Yeah. Obviously, I'll be going for Australia first, but
it's possible. It's possible. Look, seriously, no, it is.
If Iceland can make it that far,
exactly right.
Iceland's good, but
what do you think the best case scenario for Australia is? I know. We said we'll just do a quick.
Yeah, real quick.
It has to. We're talking about it now. We might as well.
I think if we make it out of the group stage, we're throwing parties. I'm throwing a huge party. Honestly,
going to the tab around the corner for sure. I think that's going to be equivalent. Like we're going to be on the streets with ripping flares.
I'm going to be outside like it's coming home. No. If we make it out of the group stage, it has come home.
Brother, I was going to say, man, we're in a different country to where this World Cup usually tends to be. Like at the end of the day. When I say that, I mean it's nowhere near home. It's if this is home, then it hasn't been home ever. Anyway, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah. We'll see what happens. It's all predictions at the end of the day. Like we don't know what's going to happen. You know, we went into last World Cup, thinking a few people thought France would win it. I specifically should have thought that. Like looking back on it, you thought your Germany's would win it, but I didn't take into account the curse that happens with the World Cup winners.
I always thought they were going to win it. I was rooting for Croatia though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I think everyone loves an underdog story. Yeah. Speaking of underdogs, Chelsea. I think you guys have done all right coming off of that break for sure. I think you guys have done pretty well so far.
I don't know, the first game back. Remember last time we were talking about Potter transitioning to a back four?
Yeah.
So the game against Palace, it was a 4-2-2, I believe, which transitioned to a 4-3-3 at halftime, and we struggled. The main culprit I saw struggling was Jorginho. Every time there was a little turnover, he's just too slow. Yeah. Without Kante, he's just too slow turning around. And that game, I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was watching the F1 maybe, the last couple of laps. But then I turned the race on. I turned the Chelsea game on like 6 minutes late or something. And the second I turned it on, the first play was Palace's first goal.
Oh, man.
I say first goal, only goal, but... And then we slowly clawed it back. Silva probably should have got sent off.
Oh, yeah, no, he should have, for sure.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
You
can't do that. I don't understand how you have VAR and they're still missing things like that. It makes no sense to me. But you just got to play it as the play it as it lies. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just like that's what the decision's been made, and you gotta like look forward from that. And that's Palace's fault. That's Palace's fault. The next play they got done, but because their heads were still in that moment. You know, it's like just you're ahead now. Like you're in the derby. Momentum can change just like that, and you saw that in both the United City game, and because we scored 2 goals in a matter of however long, and and Chelsea, you guys just snatched the game back within a moment. And then the Palace didn't have much to answer after that.
It was a rough victory, but victory nonetheless. But anyways, Jorginho is not good enough for the Premier League. Honestly, I just can't. It's against these teams. They're too strong. They're too quick. Especially someone like you say we come up against like a Brighton midfield, Caicedo, that he's gonna run all over him. Honestly,
you gotta look at it like that. Yeah,
he tries these little tricks, nothing works. He just gets skipped past. The ease at which he gets skipped past is ridiculous. When Kante's not there, ridiculous.
Bro, we all know Conte is. You've gotta find.
I miss him.
Look, the reason why Jorginho's there is all because of Sarri. Let's be honest. And Kepa as well.
Yeah, he's been starting lately though.
I think he's like I said. I think he's like had a couple of hiccups, but I think I hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. But I think he's a decent keeper. I just think I've seen the games in which he's conceded, cheap goals,
dodgy
but
goals.
Man, he still saved before and after them. He's still creating they're miraculous saves. I think Kepa is just a consistent version of when De Gea's playing like shit. I'm not even kidding. Like De Gea, I think that just goes to show the standard between the two. But I still think Kepa's not a bad keeper. I know it sort of contradicts what I just said, but De Gea, even at his worst, is pretty decent. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He creates some howlers for sure, but I think I think Kepa. Anyway, so
he kept a clean sheet this morning, but we'll get on to the Champions League soon.
Mendy is the most overrated keeper in the Prem. Let's be honest. I'm sorry, I don't know what is with you guys.
He was very good for the one season
when you won the Champions League.
Right. But then everyone kind of took it too far.
It's all the comparisons.
He was there because
he was number one that bad keeper for his country and number one keeper for Chelsea after coming through.
He won the Champions League and then AFCON.
Yeah,
or was it AFCON and then Champions? I think AFCON was after, I believe. But it would have been before. Good stuff.
No, it would have been. I don't know.
He was doing really well, but then it's just dodgy. He was a what's it called? A short-term fix to all of Kepa's mistakes, basically.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Let's not forget how desperately in need you were in for
Lampard was playing Willy Caballero.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty. That's grim times, mate. Yeah. Grim times. But I think you like how we started this. Sort of Chelsea are on the up, and I think Chelsea. Versus our last conversation we've had.
Well, that's what happened in the Champions League this morning. Potter changed to a back three, and we absolutely ran all over Milan. So,
I think it would have helped because then I don't know.
We're just more comfortable in that system. Fofana played like that at Leicester. Silva's been playing like that the last 2 seasons really well. Reece James and Ben Chilwell have just been used to that as well. That's just how everyone's been playing for a long while. And it's going to take a big adjustment period.
That's why it was the right decision to a point, Graham. I think he complements what Chelsea already have, and I think there might be a couple of changes in the not the formation, but the starting 11 where Jorginho is not going to be starting anytime soon enough. I don't think he will be there after this year. I don't know, man. I think because when players get a heavy investment backed by a club and the board, they want to see return, and the only way to get that return is by playing them. And when is it time to just call it quits? Like, they can boost their value, these players, within a few games. Like, that's where I see Jorginho maybe coming in. I mean, leaving the squad a bit, coming back in just before the window, just so, you know, some value gets added to him. So he does sort of pay off in the end. He has paid off. Like, he's been part of the teams that have won, you know, the last few years. So.
He has good games and stuff, but it's almost like I remember when we played Tottenham earlier this year. He was actually really good, but then it's against teams like Palace and Brentford. Like, it's just rough.
Welcome to my life, bro. Yeah, it's just players decide to. I think to be inconsistent. That's just how they are, man. Yeah, it's just how they are.
I'll tell you what, though, someone who's impressing me, Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah, I know. He's always been a decent player, man.
He was in and out, Achilles injury, but he's back. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And when he came on at half-time against Palace, which changed it to a 4-3-3, played very well. Without Kante there, I swear he's that tall. It looks like he just takes one step and he tackles. He covers half the field with one step. He's just tall. Ultimately,
you may not need a replacement of Conte because you look at Brighton and who they had in their midfield, like Yves Bissouma. Like he's a great tackler. He can cover the ground really well. But I think I think he's great with the ball. But if you just grow Loftus-Cheek's, defensive game a bit. I'm not going to say he's going to be on the same level as Bissouma. We don't know really what's going to come out of him at Tottenham. But all I'm saying is you don't need a holding midfielder that's so defensively sound under Potter. That's all I'm saying. I think it's someone that can just win the ball back and just deliver the ball up. And Jorginho can't offer that. I think Loftus-Cheek. I don't know. Let's see what he could ultimately do.
Champions League this morning, it was Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek, two-man midfield.
I can see how that could work for sure. They both sort of would put in a similar effort defensively, and I think you just got to be willing to drop back and put in the hard yards. And it looks like, with Jorginho, he's just not. He's just not. Even though that's his role, I don't get it. I think because they've got you guys have just had such world-class defenders the last few years, he hasn't had to worry too much. Yeah. And I think that's why he's flown under the radar in terms of his performances, because you guys have just played well.
It's just every time he'd get skipped past by, I think, who was it? Elise? Yeah. I believe. He'd just get skipped past like that, and I'd be shitting myself, because there's no protection for the defenders. You know what I mean?
For sure, yeah, exactly right. It's sort of like, someone's going to get in behind and there's no one to cover the centre. That's what DMs, if fullbacks step in, or if a centre-back steps up, there should be a DM there coming from behind. It's too slow. But in saying that, that's why you got your three-man defence. That's why you got the extra centre-back. It's literally to help with that effort. Otherwise, you'd be fucked.
I don't know how Sarri got away with it. Yeah, he's literally a Sarri player. I don't know how he got away with it at Napoli even.
Because they play with such high intensity through the middle. Yeah. That was Napoli. Yeah. That was you guys. You guys just play with such high intensity through the middle that he had no choice but to be in the play. I remember Hazard when I've never seen him play so central in my life until under Sarri. He was never pushing out wide. He was always staying centre. That's just how Sarri was.
That Sarri season, Hazard's last season was one of his best.
Absolutely it was.
Could be his best.
It's
up there.
It makes me sad, bro, because his best ultimately led to his worst. Yeah. Anyway, that's Hazard. That's Real Madrid. He's... What?
Got something to say. You ready?
Okay. What?
Don't know if you remember, but I told you, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago about Conor Gallagher.
Yeah. Okay.
This is before. I think this is before he was even at West Brom. So he was at,
What?
He was at, I want to say,
No,
Charlton?
That's too audacious. You can't claim that and not
I want to
have
say
it in
Charlton.
writing. No.
If I find the messages, I'll put them on the screen.
Fine.
Alright?
Fine.
I want to say he was at Charlton.
This is the part where it comes up on the screen now.
I want to
Right
say he was at Charlton, then he was at loan West Brom, then loaned to Palace, now he's here. I want to say, maybe while he was at West Brom, I told you, I said, the talk from the academy is that he's better than Mason Mount. Which, I don't know if I go that far, because Mason Mount's my boy.
Don't you dare.
He's on this top right here.
Why
He's
would
on
you
this idea.
even mention that?
That's what they said. I don't know if I believe it, but he's here, and he's having a slow start to Chelsea life, but
Killed
he's
it
here,
against,
mate.
Killed it against
He's
Palace, though.
Yeah, he won Player of the Season at Palace.
I know, bro. But nah, I was gonna.
If I find those
shit on
checks,
Palace. No, look. If you do, then it solidifies your credibility, mate. So
I'm telling you,
please
I
get it
know
up.
ball. I know ball.
Yeah,
But you know what's gonna be funny if I can't find it.
then you really look like a dickhead. No, I think Gallagher's proving to be up there with some of the best English talent for sure.
Yeah.
But like I was gonna say up there with Foden, Mount, but I don't even
Not
think
yet.
you can look at Mount and Foden as real youngsters anymore. I think they're maturing well into their position and into their teams, respectively. Like Manchester City and Chelsea, like top teams. These young boys are just doing so super well. Like you see the players around them, how old and matured they are. And you just got to give it to them. Like they're still really young. Well, they're 24, the both of them. 23, 24.
I want to say 23, 24.
Yeah. And I think they've done well. And Gallagher's definitely going down that trajectory for sure. So they're very similar in that sense. Anyway,
I've got a signing I wanted to bring up. Don't know if you heard about it.
Who's this?
Tommy Rogic has signed for West Brom.
I was,
And there were rumours.
Pleasantly surprised.
There were rumours of Everton.
And victory. Melbourne victory. Anyway. Bastard didn't come back. But
He'll come eventually.
Everton, though.
Yeah, but I don't think he would have gotten much game time there.
I don't think he probably got offered the retirement fund to go to Everton, but he probably said, get fucked, I'm not playing for that. You're going to be playing with West Brom next season anyway. So may as well have a go at, being in the Premier League next year. But, anyway.
I'll have to keep an eye on that one, because that's interesting. I do like him, but...
Yeah, but it's only, I think it's only in the build-up to the World Cup. I think it was probably a short-term contract, just like Luongo with, I don't want to say Middlesbrough. He played for Middlesbrough.
QPR?
No, maybe it wasn't Middlesbrough. QPR he played for.
He's been in he's been around the place a bit. I think he's at Sheffield Wednesday now.
It was a short term. It was only 6 months.
Yeah, he's jumped around a lot of championship teams.
Bro, he was such a pivotal part in the
Asian Cup.
Bro.
That was amazing.
He was such a good player. Yeah, he's at Middlesbrough.
Oh, he's at Middlesbrough now.
Just go with my gut. He's at Middlesbrough, and he's there for 6 months. He's there on a short-term deal.
Yeah.
And, that's his last effort to break into the Australian squad. Hopefully, Rogic will be in that squad. Hopefully, we just need these boys to get football. Because we all know that ultimately your form leading up to our World Cup is going to make the difference in the big key games. Well, they're all key games at the end of the day. They all of them need to be performing at a top level. So it's our only chance of Australia getting through to the knockout rounds.
What's our group? Our first game is against France. I know that much. But can the curse cause an upset?
The curse, I believe, can. I believe we can still lose to France and still qualify.
Yeah.
I think it could be France. It could be France. But we have to beat Denmark. We have to beat Denmark.
Denmark and Tunisia.
No question, right?
And Tunisia.
We can beat them both. I know we can. I know people. I know. No. All right. So their form has been unbelievable recently.
Yeah.
Denmark. Christian Eriksen is playing unbelievably, scoring goals left, right, and centre for Denmark. They just beat France. which is a bit unfair because they get a bit of preparation prior to the World Cup, like against, you know, a team that's in their group.
Yeah.
It sort of like enables them to get some, you know, analyze where they can do better and whatnot. And France definitely did that because they lost 3-0 to Denmark.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, hang on a second, give me a second, because Australia can beat them. I know we can, because in the past we've shown against your Netherlands and your Peru. That game was a bit, you know, Peru's not really up there, but in terms of heart, I think it's there, man. And I think
Tim Cahill out of retirement.
Bro, I'd love him to be back in
I
that
reckon
squad,
if he came out of retirement with no football, they'd still put him as striker.
First World Cup without him. Like, in my life.
Yeah.
In my life, first World Cup without him. Well, 2002.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie to people and say I remember when I was 5 years old.
I was 4. Yeah.
So like, but I think because I only used to watch United back when I was younger, Australia I was never really concerned about. But anyway, so we'll see what happens with Rogic at West Brom.
Yep.
Unfortunately, you'd like to think that Australian players can get a gig in the top league in England, but anyway, that's another.
Last people do was Aaron Moy and Matt Ryan. Now,
both didn't get the proper opportunities they needed. I think Matty Ryan had a solid run. Moy didn't. He just had one. At Huddersfield, he was good.
No,
Brighton didn't get the chance. You know.
I thought he was alright at Brighton. No, maybe if not.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm saying that he just wasn't given the chance.
I was so pissed when they let him go.
Of course you would be, to China, and then it's like, where did he go from there? And then he ended up.
Now he's at Celtic.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming off the bench at Celtic.
Yeah.
They had a rough game. Joe Hart had a rough game.
Joe Hart's... Don't ask me about Joe Hart. I don't want to talk about that guy. I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I hate that guy. All I remember... Every time I think of Joe Hart, is just him celebrating on top of the 18-yard box. And we all know what I'm referring to. Man, that moment is just scarred in my memory. Stop! Like, literally stop. Why even...
Aguero!
Jeez Louise, man. I can't catch a break. Every time this show goes on, they'll 100% come up. I think we should just play into it and sort of just make like a segment around it, like Aguero moment and like of the week.
Aguero moment of the week.
I'm just so over this. I'm so over it. It's just gonna play into it. You know what I mean?
Just the Deeney moment of the week.
Yeah, I know, but then I'm always gonna be thinking.
Yeah.
I'm always gonna be thinking about Aguero. Everyone will be like, "Yeah, Danny," and I'll be in the background just thinking of Aguero, just like looking down or something.
I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. Some of the best commentary things I've ever heard. Unless you're wearing this.
Sorry, bro. Oh, 2004, bro. How is that? Greece won the Euro, but that is the greatest commentary moment.
Yeah.
In my opinion. No, not in my opinion. It's just fact. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, the Aussies abroad doing pretty well, but just not in the right leagues.
You got to help me pronounce this. Garang
Cool. Yeah, that's probably the biggest Australian news the last couple of weeks for sure.
Yeah, Newcastle. Does he break into the Newcastle team eventually?
Not anytime soon. No, he's at Central Coast for the rest for the season coming.
What can he do? He's staying at Central Coast. He's going in January, I want to say.
Why would we go in January? The season starts soon. Very soon. I think next week.
Hold on.
Yeah, next week he starts. He just went to
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
No, but he's staying at Central Coast until January and then going to Newcastle.
Oh, I didn't see anything about that.
Oh, yeah, because I think it's January because it's January transfer window. That's when he actually gets to go there. But
what's the point? He doesn't have to go back in the transfer window though. He just get recalled. So like, I think I think
no, he's not.
What?
He's there on loan.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Newcastle
but the fuck. Yeah.
Don't worry, man. There are so many different clauses
rules,
and options to buy and obligation to buy and all this and So basically, Central Coast Mariners have just foregone the ownership of him, but still going to keep him.
Yeah.
But because the A League season ends after the window, they wait for the season to end, and then, like, even though that's in March, April, no.
I'm pretty sure I saw he's going in January, but maybe he'll go at the end of the season.
I'd rather him go later than sooner.
He's not getting straight onto Newcastle's bench. Obviously, he's going to go on loan to.
He's an investor.
Does he get in the Championship or League One? Assuming he stays on loan in England.
I'd rather if he starts every game in the Championship, no worries, go there. But I don't think he's even starting there. If I'm honest, I think he needs to just. I'm just over these young players' growth being stunted by game time. It is so annoying to see. Their bodies, you see, just wither out by the time they get into mid-20s. And it's just sad to see. Like, you just see it so much in knee injuries. And that, I'm telling you now, man, it's the reason why all these joint injuries occur, because it's just fatigue at the end of the day. It's the muscles just giving out of themselves. So, Cole, I hope he just gets the right amount of
wherever he goes on loan, just as long as he plays.
Yeah, as long as he plays, but also plays well. You don't want him lacking confidence going to.
I mean, you would rather him be on loan in like League One or the Championship than the A-League for progression.
Absolutely.
If he's going to end up in the Newcastle team, he needs to play in England.
I agree. Yeah. I absolutely agree in terms of the pace of the game and the demand on the body. Yeah, the A-League, bro, you got 16-year-olds. That Toure bloke just literally was 15. I don't even know, man. It could be 13 for all I know. But when I say for all I know, I just admire like just how good he is. But versus the A-League, like, can you really say where they're going to end up? No, you can't. No. That's the bad thing about the A-League. It's like, yeah, you could have a standout player, but he's not going to make it overseas. He's just not.
Yeah. So, I'm surprised they signed him so soon.
Nah, people were knocking on his door though. Yeah. People were knocking on his door from overseas, in the likes of like other league.
It felt early to me. I guess you're investing in the youth.
It's
not really costing you any Newcastle much. They probably just came to Australia and they're like, give me your best young blood.
yeah, for sure.
Pretty much.
I think it's good that. Well, it's good for the A-League in terms of exposure because your Melbourne cities are in it and they can have an eye on, talent that's happening over here. And I think that's why, some, players have gone to England and specifically even City as well, like your Moyes and I forgot this other bloke's name. It was a few years ago now, but he bounced around, went from Melbourne City to Sydney, and then went back to the A-League to Sydney.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't good enough, and I just hope that doesn't happen to Cole. I just hope that he gets given the opportunity, gets loaned out, but no injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Another thing. How good's Valverde?
Honestly, he's always been very decent. Yeah. I think I saw he's got in game time now, and I think his position changed as well. He was like a winger.
He was playing.
He was a winger, and I don't know. I just think because being a winger, and if you're not the best winger, you sort of taught more defensive. You're more. They focus more on your defensive part of the game so that you can convert you to a fullback, but maybe in that transition they found that he's a great passer, great ball movement, great defender, decent defender for a holding midfielder, and can advance forward. So like you may as well just like Trent, but Trent doesn't have that defensive ability. That's why I think Valverde's better than Trent, if I'm honest. Like I just think like in terms of what he has to give a team, I think he's just second to none. I know I'm saying that off the back of Trent scoring a direct free kick, but I don't know. I just feel like Valverde has more of a presence. He impacts the game more, and I think quality-wise, he's just If you put Valverde in the fullback position, it'll be different. But even if that's where I think if you put Trent in Valverde's position, that you put them side by side next to each other, Valverde's probably beating him not in every aspect, but in majority for sure.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Liverpool supporters will be like, yeah, well, he's wearing, this jersey, but that's just my opinion. Like, you guys can think whatever you want, but I think I'm not going to say delusion to think that he's the best right back in the world, because I don't think he is. I just don't think he is.
I mean, they thought Darwin Núñez was going to be better than Haaland, so...
Oh, that's not a fair comparison. That's not a fair comparison.
Hey,
it's completely
I
different.
saw the photos when they both got signed. There's photos of Núñez holding Haaland up like a baby or something like that. Like, listen, guys.
Yeah, it gets a bit out of hand.
Firmino's better in every way.
Of course he is.
Honestly.
Of course he is. Have you seen these compilations of him like training and in games, and you're like, Jesus Christ, man! Like,
yeah, it's different.
You can't even like his first touch is worse than Lukaku's.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, bro! And
his own fans at Benfica said that about him.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we did mention that.
And
it's like the new FIFA.
Yeah.
Yes, I bought the new one. Yes, I bought it.
I have not yet.
I don't want to hear it. You are getting it though, so we can play FIFA. The pro clubs. But all I'm saying is that, Núñez shoots like you shoot a power shot in the new FIFA. It's like you put L1, R1. Or
I have seen this. Yeah.
Left button, right button, and shoot. And it's sort of like it goes like top bins, just keeper can't save the shot, or it just goes to like a throw in. That's how Núñez shoots, I think.
Yeah, don't say scores.
Yeah, I know. I quickly corrected that one. Yeah. But Liverpool... Sorry, I think I should give a bit more to Liverpool, though. I think last couple of players we've looked at with them, they haven't been consistent. But everyone else, I think, sort of has been. I want to say sort of has been.
It's dodgy time.
Luis Diaz kills it every game.
Yeah.
I think Salah's getting there.
Jota's back. That'll help.
They got injuries too.
Thiago's back.
It's just their midfield. They need someone in there.
Yeah. Fabinho's been out of form. Even Van Dijk's making mistakes.
Van Dijk, he's going to, but he's got that aura about him. So
yeah.
Sorry, that was sarcastic.
Anyway.
I should stop being such a smart ass. But all I'm saying is Liverpool. You can talk as much shit as you want about their players and say they're inconsistent, but they'll prove you wrong the next game they play. So I take what I say about Liverpool with a grain of salt. It's just like, let's just see what happens. For Liverpool supporters' sake, yeah, sure. Like, it's for the Premier League's sake, it's good to have Liverpool up there because it spurs everyone else on. So I'm all for the big clubs doing well and their players doing well. So yeah.
Anyway, back on Valverde, I've got this quote from Ancelotti. Well, tweeted by Fabrizio Romano, the man himself. He said, "I've told Fede Valverde that if he didn't score at least 10 goals this season, I will tear up my coaching license and leave."
Jeez Louise.
And I want to tell you, Fede Valverde stats.
That's a lot of faith, man.
He's got 3 goals in La Liga and 1 in the Champions League. And he's alright.
He's fine. Nah, that just goes to show, like, that's just quality.
1 in the Super Cup as well.
That's just how...
He's honestly... he's turned it up a level this season, though.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
going to see it. And even...
last season was killing it,
yeah,
too.
even Rodrigo, Vinicius, that goal they scored this morning.
Dude, yeah. Like
or yesterday morning for you guys, maybe.
Like you were saying about Real Madrid and their build-up play. You're like, hang on, this isn't Barcelona.
I was watching that. Too much tiki-taka, that's not right.
What's going on here?
Real Madrid, you guys play counter-attack.
Yeah, you guys hurry up and play it out wide, you weirdos. Stop playing through the middle. What the fuck?
And I saw this morning, Benzema, in his the first 3 Champions League games so far this season, it's the first time he hasn't scored in the last 3 or 4 years.
Jeez, man.
First time he hasn't scored in the first 3 games of Champions League in 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, like it's on the back of a.
Well, he's got help now. He was
season.
carrying them for a while.
Yeah.
Now he's got support he needs.
How long can you burn at that level though? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's just crazy. You can't expect someone to be that good for that long. It's like, it'd wreck them like mentally, unless you're Ronaldo, Messi. Like, you know, they're just. That's just another day for them, like, you know, in terms of the standards they bring to the pitch. But yeah, Benzema, like, he had to do that. You're right, because he was carrying them. And
Ronaldo left and he had to step up. It was his job.
I'm not like in that sense. Like the Real players, each their own, do hold themselves up pretty well.
Yeah.
It's just they've just had a difficult transitional period with key defenders being injured and coming in. Like, you know, Marcelo just not being able to play last season, Varane being injured, and then Militao coming in, and you know, trying to find, like, you know, a proper holding midfielder, which in Casemiro has been the case, but then they were juggling between him and Valverde. So, like, you know, I think last season was going to happen, like, but it's just amazing the result they got out of it. Like, it's like, their best is still to come. Like, Real Madrid are a fucking fantastic team, and they haven't got enough credit for what they did last season. Like that, like I said, like they were going through a period in which they're not used to, and they came out of it so well. And Ancelotti, like, for Ancelotti to come through and do it there too, it's just just unprecedented almost. Like, even though Ancelotti has the caliber. Is the caliber coach that he is going to Real? I don't think, safe to say, I don't think many people would have thought that you'd do so well.
I got a fun fact for you. Him and Sir Alex are the only people to ever win 100 Champions League games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you see that for sure. No, you definitely see that. Obviously, Ancelotti with a more decorated Champions League career, but good on him. Like, that's you know. Of course, the greats going to be up there with the other greats. So, yeah.
It hasn't been the same for you since he left, eh?
No, anyway. Did you win with Ancelotti?
That's a good question. Yes, I believe we won 1.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, it was 2. I think it was back in
Premier League
6 or something. Huh?
We won a Premier League with him, I'm pretty sure.
No, you wouldn't have won one. You didn't
No.
win. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He was managing.
We didn't win Champions League with him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But we didn't win Champions League. I think we won a Premier League with him.
Oh, bro, he's just won everywhere. Won everywhere as well. But yeah, he's the godfather of football.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyways, I think it's time for predictions.
Predictions, my favorite part of the week.
Yeah.
No. I'm just concerned about saying the completely wrong thing, which you're not going to get every single game right.
I think,
but based on what we have at the time in front of us, you know, you're going to predict. Yeah.
I think.
Yes. What do you think, mate?
I think every week we should revisit our old predictions.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I don't know about last week, but we'll start next week.
That's how we can review.
We'll start next week.
Games, yeah.
And if you want, we can keep score.
We can what?
Keep score.
Oh, just like a tips thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Do you want to start it from then?
We'll start it from. We'll do predictions now. We'll start it from next week.
Yeah, but that's comfortable for you to say because I think you got more wrong than me, mate.
Did I? Or do you have them?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, okay, son. We'll start now then.
Let's see.
All right.
Let's see. Hang on. Oh, scheiße. Hang on. Give me a sec. Oh, no.
We didn't do them for the last game week, though. We did them for the one before.
That's a good point.
But we can do it.
I'm going to find it anyway. That's weird.
If you can't find it, it's fine by me. We'll start this way.
Yeah, let's just start it. I can't find it.
Cool.
I don't know why I can't. That's weird.
Alright, let's
There's
see.
no way we've got rid of it.
Where is this fixture?
Yes, I think that up too.
Saturday. Alright. Match day 10.
Damn, we're already there.
Premier League match day 10. Alright. First game is Bournemouth at home to Leicester.
Leicester for sure.
Has to be.
Look, Bournemouth are good. They're actually pretty decent, if I'm honest. Like,
actually, you say it, and I'm gonna write them down.
Yeah, just write them down.
Yeah.
Don't want to work back through the video. It's annoying because sometimes we waffle on and it's sort of like, okay, when are they going to talk about the next game?
Actually, ready for this? So, for getting the winner right, or like the win, draw, loss, for getting that right, you get 1 point. If you get the score spot on,
yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, 3
All
points.
right,
Yeah,
cool.
1 point for the team result, and if you get the correct score.
yeah.
All
right.
So yeah, I think Leicester's. I'm surprised they've turned over a new leaf. Sorry.
Yeah, they have. They're
Because
getting better.
2-1 against Chelsea, lost 1-0 against United, 5-2 against Brighton, 6-2 against Tottenham, and then 4-0 against Nottingham Forest. So
Yeah.
I
It's
think,
Nottingham though.
hey, don't take
No,
anything
they
away
are
from them.
alright.
I think
They've been alright.
they're pretty decent.
They show their
but
signs.
I think they can't obviously handle a world class individual in James Maddison. I think Maddison is top class, man. I think I don't even know. I think he's like 17 goals, 11 assists, and 20 since the start of last year.
Yeah.
I think he's done very well. I think he's done very well for the team he's in. And then just keep this in mind. Tielemans before this game, coming on into international break, said it's nice to be playing with Belgium because it's a nice break from playing at Leicester.
Oh,
Like,
that's
that
rough.
is grim to say. Like,
Yeah.
that is like, there's no way his teammates shouldn't. I would have.
That's some Gareth Bale activity.
I would have. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Man, like, I would have squared up to him. Like, what do you mean, bro? Like, you're talking shit in the media, and we're already down and out. It's sort of like, why? I think they definitely got some sense spoken into them as well. Time to sort of evaluate and come back and then get spoken into like that, because they did. I think they did well. Tweaked how they played, and they've done pretty well. And Didi, though, he's sort of dropping off recently.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Clean sheet. So
All right.
we go with them.
Score prediction?
2-1. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. Yeah, Leicester.
I'm gonna go 2-1. You reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon they're gonna keep firing and get a 3-0.
Leicester 3-0.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, man. I don't know. I think they've. Shit. Bournemouth. Yeah.
Oh, do they leak a goal?
I don't know.
3-1.
I think there's that potential.
3-1.
There's that potential because Bournemouth against Newcastle, when they drew, what was it? 2-2? Was it 2-2?
I want to say it was. Yeah.
If it was 2-2, they came back. Let me see. Let me just have a look. I'm so sorry. That's Brentford. 1-1. So I think with Bournemouth, they do have something to offer going forward. It's just a matter of whether they play like that every week. I think they had something to prove against Newcastle, and Newcastle had a few injuries. And I thought Newcastle would win pretty comfortably, but turns out they didn't in the end. And Newcastle played well in the week that just came past, and we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see.
So, what's the next game?
Next game. Should probably keep my phone up here, shouldn't I? Next game is Chelsea Wolverhampton. Of course, you boys. Wolves just sacked their coach. It's a no-brainer, I think. Well, keep in mind though, teams do.
Was that harsh?
Yeah, it was. Of course, it was. Wolves have always been. No, I'm not saying Wolves have always been, but their treatment of managers haven't been.
Well, Nuno didn't get sacked. He left, didn't he? He left for the Tottenham job, yeah?
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Anyway, score prediction.
Score prediction between
Chelsea
Wolves. I don't know, because like I said, Wolves, they not just Wolves, but teams that coaches get sacked tend to play a lot better, so at the game after. So I don't know, I think Chelsea 2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
So they play a lot better, but they
yeah,
don't.
but
they
they'll be too over.
don't,
but it could have been worse. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, like my prediction of 4-0.
There you go. That's what I mean. Like, it could be that bad, but we'll see what happens.
No bias at all.
Whatsoever.
No.
Whatsoever, yeah. Just cover up there, brother.
Alright, next.
City, Southampton. Southampton, like... I don't know. It's not going.
It's not going too well. It's not great. Not bad, but not great. It's just...
Since 2020...
Typical Southampton.
Since 2020... Southampton won. They've won 1. They've drawn 1, 2. So they've won 1, drawn 2 in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, sorry. So City have only had the best of them twice. But
City
early.
City at home?
Yeah, it is City at home. Oh. City at home, nah, it's
5-1 and it's a Ward-Prowse free kick.
It could be a 9-0. It could be a 9-0.
It could. This is triple Captain Haaland territory.
Manchester City win 9-0. I'm calling it. I'm just calling it.
If that happens, and the reel doesn't go viral, I'll be pissed. You should be pissed.
9-0. Oh man, it's a wild guess, but no, it's gonna be convincing. You don't know, man. You just don't know with this Southampton bloody team. They're just so wildly just everywhere. Just like you don't know who's gonna pop up. So we'll see what happens.
They love the big losses.
Yeah, they do, but then for some reason the manager still keeps his job, which is just beyond
Hassan Hüttl.
Hassan Hüttl.
Alright, what's next?
Why do I keep doing that? I gotta keep the phone up to me. Newcastle, Brentford. Far out, man. That is a hard game. Newcastle in form, but Brentford... it's just so annoying.
Every week, I love Ivan Toney. Something about that guy, I just love him.
Ivan Toney.
He didn't play very well last week though. I think he got the lowest match rating of this whole squad.
That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. I'm going with Newcastle. I mean,
hold on.
Draw.
Isaac, Saint Maximum, are they both injured?
I don't know. I haven't looked into their squad.
I've got Trippier, Saint Maximum, and Isaac all in my fantasy team, and they're all injured, aren't they?
I've got some news for you, mate. Isaac and Saint Maximum are on the they're injured, and Voldemort is as well injured. John Joe Shelby. Fuck that guy.
He's the GOAT.
Fuck that
He's
guy.
the GOAT.
I still think. I just keep veering towards Newcastle, but I just think Brentford's gonna pop something out of their asses. But they're not at home. I don't know. I'll go. I'll stick with the draw 2-2.
2-2?
Yeah, 2-2.
I'm going to 1-1.
There's goals in this game, man. There's goals in this game. For sure, there's goals in this game.
Yeah, but I always think that and the opposite happens. I don't know.
Maybe you should just reverse back yourself. Anything you say is go against them.
Yeah, just I don't know. All right, what's next?
Then we've got Brighton and Tottenham. Brighton are they're wild card. We don't know if it's just
a prime
them
one for Brighton
in the first game with their new manager, but yeah, definitely.
Did Lallana get a game as player manager? I'm pretty sure they appointed a manager before he got a chance.
No, it was in the break. It was in the break.
Yeah.
No. So,
unlucky.
I was looking forward to that, but yeah, sorry, bro. But Tottenham, convincingly. I think Tottenham 3-0.
Wait, who's at home?
Brighton.
At home. 3-0 Tottenham.
Yeah, 3-0 Tottenham.
Well,
You think the other way?
I think 3-0 Brighton.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. I was like, you think the other way? Why?
They're good, man. I love them.
I'm a big fan of them too, if I'm honest. But
maybe not 3-1. 3-1. Actually, no. I'll stick to my thing. 3-0. Fuck them.
Bro, you've got to let that bias lead it away from your judgment, because
Tottenham shit.
people aren't going to listen to us because they're going to think we're going to back our teams all the time.
If Tottenham's ever going to win a trophy, it's this season, but it's going to be an FA Cup or
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
English
It's not
League
obviously not going to be the league,
Nah.
but yeah, I agree.
This is the best chance they've got,
I agree.
honestly.
I agree.
Alright. Getting away from some dirty London Tottenham team. Who's next?
Hey, watch it. No, I don't really care about it.
Yeah.
There's no way to talk about anyone. No. Palace
I
and
just hear how
Leeds.
he talks about Liverpool and City off camera.
What are you talking about, bro?
On
I think
camera.
they're a great squad, and I think they're a greatly run organisation. That's all I have to say about them ever. As anyone that knows me knows that very well. I hold them in high regard. Manchester City and Liverpool. What are you talking about, Aiden? Anyway, so Palace and Leeds. I don't even know. I think just Leeds, man. They've got so much potential, but they just get fucking run over all the time, and it pisses me off so much. It's like I don't want to root for Leeds naturally, but it's just so annoying, man. You've got Ted Lasso in there, killing it. Doing pretty well for his first season, even though I don't think they're sitting too pretty. They're 12th, but they're 3 points off relegation. So this is the game they need a win. They need to win it. And this is the game against a Palace that they can prove, okay, we can push for the top 10, and we're going to turn up when it matters. And we're going to be relentless. And not do what they did against... Was it Brighton when Rodrigo scored 2? And then they came back? Like, they just dropped off. And yeah, it was Brighton. They just dropped off. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Rodrigo coming back anytime soon?
I'm not too sure.
He was good. He was scoring me fantasy points.
I think, yeah, he's back. He's definitely back.
Well, still unlucky because Palace are going to win 3-2.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same.
Yeah?
I'm the same. Yeah.
3-2?
I'm the same.
After all that talk,
no, it's just like
unfortunate.
Palace are a well-oiled team now. I think they're no one to sort of underestimate.
That attack's working well together.
Yeah, man.
Zaha, Elise, Eze. Are you? Yeah.
They've got they're electric on the counter. Like their passing is great too. I think getting in behind. I think Zaha can just read the flight of the ball so well as well. So I think Palace 3-2. West Ham, Fulham, no London derby. Fuck, this is tough. This is really tough. I'm gonna get my first instinct was 1-1. 1-1. Yeah, West Ham.
Not a bad shout.
What do you reckon? And who's gonna be the key player?
West Ham, Fulham. Yeah. 2-2. 2-2. And Antonio gets a goal. Mitrovic gets a goal.
Pretty
I
safe.
think it's a pretty standard.
Pretty safe.
Pretty standard.
Well, there's Bowen. Does Bowen start to show up?
And
right.
Declan Rice scores a goal. Purely for my fantasy team.
Come on, bro. Let's look at this a bit more subjectively. No, I'm kidding. Nah, look, I think, that's
It's
well
I
and
think
good in
it's a bit
terms
of a
of.
I don't think anything crazy.
I think
I'm gonna eat my words.
Bowen needs to do something. Bowen
yeah.
is like the key to that.
He's
the
knocking
West
on the
Ham
door, isn't
doing
he?
well.
Yeah.
He is. He's the key now. He used to be Antonio, but no, it seems like it's and Suchek, but
Suchek has a slow start.
yeah. So I think Bowen needs to get that ball rolling. So yeah, I think a draw 1-1, but only because West Ham can't bring their full game to the table as yet. So
yeah,
well, not consistently anyway.
yeah.
For a big game this one, Arsenal Liverpool at Emirates.
Ooh.
I see Liverpool.
This
winning.
could go
I see Liverpool
either
winning.
way.
I think this. Again, they're like not last chance, but this is again another game for a team to prove that themselves in terms of the position they should be at.
Yeah.
I think that Arsenal have that same situation where I don't think everyone's 100% bought on them. I'm not, because they lost to us, so, and pretty convincingly too. Like, could have been 4-1 easy. But I think Arsenal, if they beat Liverpool, that you can't write them off anymore. You can't, because they've beaten Tottenham.
They're good. I just
They
play well enough to be a league winning team. They show it, but I don't think they're going to consistently show it all season. Their players are too young. They don't have the depth either. You need depth like City to win the league these years.
The sub rule helps though. I think
yeah, but
once they get themselves in a comfortable position in a game, they can sub on.
Whoever. It's like they need
like Marquinhos and
no, they made
Congo if they end up putting him on the bench.
Yeah.
But I think Arsenal do have some sort of depth now.
They do
for sure because they've got
as I said that there's a few depth players
like
that come to me.
Martini's injured
again,
so it's like Ben White. Yeah, it's just now they'll get truly tested. I think their defensive woes may come up against Liverpool, because they came up against us.
Yeah,
and as everyone knows, we're not the most defensively sound team, and neither is Arsenal. So Liverpool will be a true test for them. So let's see what happens.
See, my first thought is goals galore, but my second thought is 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You think you think that Liverpool won't be able to break through Arsenal? Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I mean. It's like it's very like you said. Bobby has been playing so well, and
does he start or does Nunes start?
They've just come off a pretty comprehensive win, huh?
Does he start? Does Bobby or Nunes start?
Bobby.
He should, but will he?
Nunes, as soon as he did that headbutt, he was like that. Whatever we thought in terms of the capacity he was going to have in that squad changed completely. I think Nunes was supposed to start. It wouldn't have mattered that he wasn't playing as well, but because he showed his age, because he showed his inexperience, now Bobby will start and Bobby will create, and Salah will be as dangerous as always, and Luis Diaz, I don't know, just that's why I think Liverpool, and it will be like I see both of them scoring, but I think Liverpool 3-2.
Interesting.
A very tight game. Tight game. It'll be back and forth. Proper. I think Arsenal will try to control the game, but Liverpool's press would just be too much for them ultimately towards the end. And it will be tightly contested in the first half, for sure. It will be crazy. I think it will be I can't wait. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Can't wait for it.
That'll be a great game.
Yeah. So
I don't know. This could be anything, but I'm just gonna say 1-0 because I'll look good if it comes off.
Yeah, alright, say it. Say it.
Yeah.
Done. I don't know when his game week ends, bro. I think it must end the Tuesday or Monday night for English, but Nottingham Forest and Aston... No, hang on, I completely missed our game. Everton, Manchester United.
Yeah. Everton United.
Yeah. No, it's us. We're going to win comfortably. It's going to be weird, but we're going to win comfortably. We'll win 3-1.
I was going to say 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just see it. We've got Maguire probably going to be playing.
Oh.
No Varane.
4-3 Everton.
I think Delo's been humbled a bit now, but I think ultimately it'll just be because of a Maguire stuff up. You know, so yeah, 3-1.
If Maguire stuffs up and it ends up 4-3, this is going to be a legendary clip.
Yeah. Oh, look, honestly, man.
That's
like,
what we're here for.
I think that's what's going to happen, though. I don't think it takes a genius to know that either. I think it's like he's just he played for England and he just did the same silly mistakes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's a sign of if Lindelof came on instead of Maguire, I think Lindelof would probably start. But that was his first Premier League appearance. Yeah. So I think it was good for Lindelof to come on at half time because energy levels sort of zapped from Sydney a little bit. But Maguire will ultimately start, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which sucks ass, but it's the way it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyways.
And then we've got
last game.
Forest and Villa. Let's just say that should be Saturday's the next game.
What's the next game? Brentford. Yeah, we've already done those teams.
So Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa.
Apparently,
Villa.
Forest manager, got his name, but he's close to getting the sack if he keeps underperforming.
Bro,
that's what I'm hearing.
How can there be news about that already? I just don't get that. How can he be...
Unless the rumours are made up.
That haven't been great because...
Yeah. You know what? They've been losing, but they've been showing a bit of promise. And they did sign, 22 new players.
You know what, man? They're not doing good at all.
No, they're not.
The start of the season, they did not bad. They've spent 250 mil in the window.
What is it? Is it 22 players?
But those 22 players aren't doing shit, man. They're not doing anything.
If the manager gets sacked, they're about to sign the 23rd.
That's what you get for investing in second-rate Premier League players like Gibbs White. Like, there's a reason why he wasn't playing at Wolves.
Yeah.
Like, he was young, but, like, he didn't know if he was a fullback, he didn't know if he was a midfielder, he didn't know if he was a winger. Like, he's just not decided as and he's playing centre attacking mid at Nottingham Forest now. What?
Yeah.
And you've got, Lingard and Cook and...
Hey, don't talk shit about Lingard.
Of course I'm going to. Hendo's the only person who's really saving no pun intended, but they're lucky they haven't caught more because, I think Hendo's done really well there. But yeah, they've invested in a few players, man.
Yeah.
But, you've got Bowley on the bench, like, these Aurier, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not bought with those players at all.
Yeah.
So I think Nottingham Forest actually. I've changed my tone completely since the start of this. Prediction. Well, they're playing twice in the same game week.
Are they?
Wait, no. I was looking at the Leicester Nottingham Forest game.
Oh,
my bad.
Yeah. Well, they copped 4-0, didn't they?
Yeah, 4-0 Villa.
Actually, we were saying Leicester's coming back, but that's...
Yeah. Nah, look, I think Villa 1-0.
Villa 1-0. It's actually very close to mine. I put 1-1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Nottingham.
Yeah.
Nottingham
they got a goal in them, here and there.
They
got a Neco Williams cross to a... I forgot his name, header.
Neco Williams, man. Niso Neco, I don't know his name. So yeah, I think
And...
What?
I just remembered Diego Costa might play against Chelsea.
You were right about him with lack of match fitness.
Yeah, he's not there
right.
yet.
He hasn't played in 6 months.
I wonder if he comes on against Chelsea. That's a big introduction back.
It might be the game too.
You know what? That 4-1 I said, No, that 4-0 that I said, I'll make it 4-1 because Costa's going to come at the end to score.
Oh, come on, man.
That prediction is just all heart, all bias, all.
It's all wishful thinking, bro. It's all it is. Like, oh yeah, we're probably.
Yes, I wish he would score
do
one.
Everton
Right
7-0, and Liverpool's gonna lose 20-0, and City's gonna lose draw. Because that's the best
when it
case.
happens.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the City we could talk about for years.
Yeah.
In terms of where we think they're gonna go, and
Yeah.
I think they're just we'll see what happens.
The only thing that stops Haaland is if he leaves.
And we were discussing before, just a quick note before we go. I think he could end up being there for a while, man. I really think he could end up being there for years to come, and we'll see what happens.
If he doesn't go to Real Madrid, all those Shearer's record, everything's done.
I think,
if Pep leaves.
Pep leaves, but they could appoint someone just as we don't know who's coming up yet.
Yeah,
we don't know who's coming up. We'll see what happens. City could ease because they've been great at appointing who they need.
What damages City more, Haaland leaving or Pep leaving?
Pep every day of the week.
Yeah.
Pep, they could win. They've won without Haaland. They can keep winning without him.
Yeah,
but it's just the ease of it. It makes it a bit easier. So yeah, it's a bit more surety, and the players probably are a lot more relaxed. You see it, they see how comfortably they play through teams. Just it's scary. It's scary. I think we should
wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up.
I think we're at an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. No, it's good.
Not bad at all.
To see, mate. Yeah, we'll try and condense them down a bit further. I think
we'll try and not exceed an hour.
But it's hard, man. It's hard.
We just keep going.
Talk these topics, and we have contradicting views, and like to discuss them. And I think there's a lot of problems going on at the moment with our clubs, and a lot of going right with Premier League clubs too.
Yeah.
So love delving into that and seeing why and how teams can improve and what's potentially going to happen in the future. But yeah, I think
with our insanely good insight, unbelievable
just
ball knowledge is here.
PhD cards.
Pretty huge dick.
Speak for yourself, no. So yeah, we'll sign off there.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in again, guys, and we'll see you next week for sure. And we'll see how our results. We'll see how predictions go.
So check us out on Instagram. We're on Spotify and YouTube as well, depending on what you're watching on. Go check us out on the other one. Got Twitter as well, which we'll start posting on a bit more soon.
Yeah, for sure. We're just still in the warm-up stages of figuring out what we need to do. Also, we'll see. We'll be more active. It's just like we discussed, you're going to be on holiday, and we'll try to condense these episodes as best as we can. And it's great to listen to. I found podcasts in the car, on your trip up and back from somewhere. I think that's what ultimately we need to aim for. Sort of trip up and back, and so that we can get the most value out of the time we have for us and for the listener as well, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys.
We'll stop rambling on. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Balotelli!
Turn it off.
Aguero!
Turn it off. We're going to have a nice chat after this, mate. Don't worry about that.